Another episode of Powerhouse Conversations. It's episode 15. Got my brother coming on today. Jamarr Sanders. Let's get him in. When they get to speak, it's like a coded language. Reminds niggas that they strength and all the stolen greatness. We used to shoot at niggas at the mobile station. Full circle. So everybody get in. Got a good episode. Y'all send this to all your athletes. We're gonna be talking business. What's good, bro? Looks like Jamarr just joined. Slim. Okay, there we go. My G. Easy, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. You can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay,
All right.
perfect, man.
Okay, so we got another episode of Powerhouse Conversations. We got Jamarr Sanders in. We're gonna let everybody get in and join. This is Powerhouse Conversations
What's up, Brody?
Sworn in. Look, my boy Amp just joined. But Powerhouse Conversations, we have conversations about business. We bring on entrepreneurs to discuss different topics that are going to be going on in their industries and kind of inspire the people to be able to innovate and come up with different ideas that's going to leave a legacy. So on this episode, definitely wanted to this is for our athletes because we want to create something that's going to be able to outlast their playing careers. So we have Jamarr Sanders on. He's actually in Italy right now. So what time is it over there, bro?
Yeah, it's 9:41, bro. Yeah, we just
Yeah. So he. You said y'all had a long travel day?
Yeah, we had a long travel day. We just got to Rome probably. I mean, we just got to Rome probably like 2 hours ago. Got game 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So for those who don't know, Jamarr is playing professional basketball in Italy. So he's in the midst of a playoff series right now. I think you're game 2 in the round right before the finals. So looking to win the championship and everything.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to send some good vibes over there for the game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's just break it down. Who you are. Tell them a little bit about your playing career, and we'll start there.
Well, like you said, my name is Jamarr Sanders. Hometown Montgomery, Alabama. Went to Jeff Davis High School. Um, from there, I went to Alabama State. Didn't work out at Alabama State, so I had to go to junior college. Went to junior college and ended up going to University of Alabama Birmingham. I had 2 good years at UAB. I had hopes of getting drafted, but that didn't work out. So I spent my first year professionally overseas in Greece for maybe about 4 months, but that didn't work out. So I came to the D League, spent 2 years with the Austin Toros, was able to win a championship in Austin, and that's when I started my overseas career when I came to Italy, and I've been blessed to play in Italy, Germany, Turkey. I played on the Euro Cup level. I played on Basketball Champions League, FIBA Europe Cup, and I've traveled the world. You know, being able to play basketball has allowed me to see so many different things that otherwise I wouldn't been able to see.
Yeah, and I think that's a really big thing that people don't realize. You know, even when you don't make it to the NBA, there's opportunities out there to go see the world and make good money while you're doing it, and that's
For
something
sure.
big that a lot of athletes don't realize. But the other part of that is, you're making that living, but then you're also able to network, and that's one thing that we always talk about. Like, you're meeting different people in different countries
Mhm.
every year. So talk a little bit
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so you're meeting different people. For example, like the owners, the owners of your team, the owners of your team they're in different things. Like they don't just own a team and that's it. Like they have an actual business, they're business people. So like, you can network with them. You can learn about the culture. Like I said, I played in Italy, Turkey, and Germany. So there's three completely different cultures that you get to learn about and embrace. You got different foods, um, and just being a good person and talking to people and building those relationships because you never know, you know, because everybody has their own area of expertise. So you just keep an open relationship with everyone, and everything can be helpful for you in the future.
Yep. Now, is that mindset something that you always had, or did you learn that just as you went?
I had to learn it. I had to learn it as I went because early on, like I said, like I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, so it's not, you know, we're not exposed to a lot. So coming up with that mindset, I just came, I did my job, I came to
Right.
practice, I went home. But now, I'm more, even the guy who drives us around on the bus, I'll take 5-10 minutes, just talking to him,
Yep.
you know, creating a relationship.
Right.
Maybe I'll never need that relationship, but it takes nothing out of my day to
Yep.
to stop and talk to someone. And actually, my wife, she's real big on it because she'll sit there and talk to anyone. She talked to any and everybody, so she's kind of rubbed off on me a little bit as well. So I'll say like the last maybe 2 or 3 years, I've been taking more advantage of it and just trying to talk to more people and just build different relationships and connections.
Yep. Because like that's a big thing because you never know where a relationship would take you. Like you said, it may not lead to anything, but it may be something that may be a $1 million deal down the line just because different people and
Right,
you're
right.
networking. Like, you never know who can introduce you to somebody else, and especially
Keeping
with
that
sports.
Rolodex active, man. Keeping that
Yep.
Rolodex active.
Especially with
Yeah.
sports, you are coming in contact with so many different people, like you said,
Hmm.
from the team manager to the bus driver, or to the like you said, all the way up to the owner, to somebody that's on your team, because you really think about it, you're getting new teammates every year. So when you
Yep,
meet
for
that
sure.
teammate, now somebody else is meeting another, they're going to another team next year, and they're going to,
Hmm.
so on and so forth. So when you have that connection with all these different people, it makes the most sense that sports is a networking opportunity that I think that a lot of people aren't tapping into.
For sure. It's a big web. Like you said, like, what I'm saying, if me and you are teammates this one year and we build this relationship, when you go to your next team and you be like, okay, Jamar was interested in such and such and such. So like I think he'll be good. Let me introduce you to him. And that's how I think that's how more relationships are built.
Yep. So now I want to kind of switch lanes a little bit and talk a little bit about you talked about early on in the career, but when you first started, talk to me about the financial part of it, like just understanding money. How much knowledge did you have
I
with
had
finances?
I had zero knowledge, honestly, man, to be honest. And I think a lot of players were in my position or and are still in that position. I'll tell you guys my first year after I played in Germany in Greece for like 2, 3 months. I came to the D League, and I wasn't making a lot of money, but now I look back at it, I wasn't making a lot of money, but then I'm looking at it like, oh man, I'm making some money. So, I'm just making the money, I'm spending it, I'm making the money, I'm spending it. And I get to the summertime where I don't have no income coming in. And, I'm just pulling from my account, pulling from my account, pulling from my account. I have nothing to replace it. So I get to, I don't know, let's just say September, and the D League season didn't start again until, November, December. And I'm like, man, I only got, a little bit of money left
Right.
because I didn't manage my money the right way. And after that season, I paid a lot more attention to managing my money to be able to, to live the same way that I can live, throughout the season, also in the summertime. And now that I'm in, later in my career, it's gotten to the point where, I'm thinking, I'm not just thinking for the summer. I'm thinking for, you know, you know, 5, 10 years down the road, trying to be able
Right.
to
Right.
to
Right.
to not be able to worry about anything. Before it was just, man, just let
Right.
me just get through the summer. And now, what I'm
Right.
saying,
Right.
the focus is, because I have a family, I have a daughter now, and the focus changes, man.
Yep. And so that, I mean, that's big in itself. Like just thinking back through, like you when you're getting those checks, you went from, okay, let me figure out how I can make it through the year to, okay, let me figure out how I can make it through the end of my like, through life or whatever. So
Right, right.
it's because even from that standpoint, you got to think about it like this. You're 33, no, 32, turning 33. You're 32,
Trying to make me old, bro.
and
What's up?
and and you are going to, you're going to have to
Exactly,
live
AJ.
after that.
Hmm.
Your playing career, you've had a 10-year playing career, and that's a long time. But think
Hmm.
about that, 20, 30, 40 years from now is you still have to be able to manage your finances. And that's big. So I think
Right.
that is something that a lot of athletes need to think about, that your life after playing is longer than actually playing.
Yeah, and I would recommend like all of the athletes to start early, like start educating yourself, even if you're in high school now or in college now, start educating yourself on it now, because like now it's so many resources out there, man. Like we can't be lazy and just be like, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Like
Right.
you have to seek the information. And what I'm saying, like even for me, like I ask you a lot of stuff, what I'm saying, because I know you have more knowledge than I have. So I ask you about certain things, and when you tell me certain things, I go back and I'll research it and learn more on it myself. But
Right.
what I'm saying, just find somebody who has more knowledge about it than you, and try to gain as much information as you can as possible early, so that way you're setting yourself up even better for the future.
For sure. And that's something that you've always done, is like you ask the question and then you'll go do the research for yourself. Like not just,
Right,
oh,
right.
I don't know this and I give up. Like you ask questions and then you go back and you do the research and then you'll have more questions. Like so
Right.
it's definitely something that you have to be able to seek knowledge and actually go do the research for yourself, because in today's age, like it's no excuse not to
Man,
know anything that you don't want to know.
the information is right there on your phone. Like, what I'm saying? People spend, just think about how much time people spend on, I don't know, social media, just looking at the shade
Whatever.
room, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Anything.
right, right.
Like you can spend that same amount of time looking at something that can help you make some money, because
Yep.
at the end of the day, what I'm saying, money ain't everything, but you need it to live. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So let's let's
Yep.
let's
And
do something that's gonna benefit you.
yep. And that's actually a transition to some of the stuff that I'm announcing, especially today, is like with Dream Big. The goal is to be able to help athletes have some of that knowledge at their fingertips and make it accessible for them. Because I remember we were talking and you were like, man, I wish this was something that, people had access to, that you know, hey, bringing on experts. So my goal is to create this community and create a platform where people can come and I can bring on experts, whether it be stocks, whether it be investing, whether it be business. Hey, how do I build a t-shirt brand? So with Dream Big Sports, that's what I want to transition that into, is to helping and building a platform where they can come in and see exactly how that works and learn from some people that does that. So more to come on that as well in the future.
For sure. And also like your team, like the team you have around you, like you can have all the information and be knowledgeable about something, but if the team around you, they don't have the knowledge, they don't know anything, like, you know, you kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So, you know, like how you said, man, you talk about like trying to like get people to come in, like even for me, I really want someone to talk to my family about it. You know what I mean? About like finances and, you know, financial literacy, because, you know, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? It was never, I know for a fact, it was never taught to me. So I can only assume that it was never taught to them, because no one never taught it to me. So, and I think that'll be huge. I think that'll be huge, you know what I'm saying, for just the whole family to become more knowledgeable about it. So everybody can be in a better situation.
Yep. And that's also a good point as well, because like you just said, you talked about team, which is, you know, your family, or can be your family, but the friends and the people around you. So think about it from that standpoint. You can't have a whole bunch of yes men in your circle that are just like, oh man, you making money. Hey, we going to the club and we spending all your money. If you got, as an athlete, if you have people around you that, one, they ain't getting money, and two, they're just okay with you spending your money, that's gonna be your crutch. So like, empower the people around you that are going to be people that are trying to elevate you as the athlete, because if they're just there for a good time and going to the club, you buying sections, they ain't spending, like, you know, that's all you're spending your money on, then you're gonna lose, because at the end of the day, your money gonna be gone. It's only so much that you can do, and if they're not on the same page, then you got the wrong circle around you. So I think that's very big. Can you talk a little bit about that, about having the right people around you?
Yeah. Like for example, you know, like if you want to try to start up a business, you know, you can't do it all by yourself, especially in my situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing overseas. I'm in a different country, you know, 10 months out of the year. And I'll use my wife, for example, because she has a lash business now. And when she was overseas, me and her was talking about it. And I'm telling her, I'm like, you should like go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like go for it. Like I don't know much about lashes, or, you know what I'm saying, the business side of it, but, you know, I think you should go for it. You know what I'm saying? We can learn together. And now she's turned her lash business into an income. Like this is a new income for her.
Right.
And she's slick, you know, motivate me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like I got to try to bring in another income now, because, you know what I'm saying? My wife done created an income. So why can't I create an income?
Right.
And so just that aspect alone is like, okay, I got somebody in my team that's motivating me and pushing me, rather than, you know, well, let me get some money so I can go shopping. Like, no, I'm gonna go make my own money, and I'm gonna take you shopping. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing for me. So now that's more encouragement for me and motivation for me to be like, man, let me go out here and let me I gotta get it too, because she getting it, I gotta get it.
Right.
It's not enough to have just one income. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's try to get another one. Let's try to get another stream of income.
Right. Shout out Ashley. I think she's on. She was also, she actually came on the pod first. She was on episode 4, because she's doing an amazing job, and we talked about that, just even with her business of, she creates multiple streams of income within her own business. We talked about that. So like with what Ashley is doing,
take me shopping, baby.
Yeah. All drinks on Ash this summer. Ash by Ash. And like I mean, good point. Like Ashley's over in Italy right now, and then she still has her business, and it's still going, because she doesn't even have to physically be there, and she's still selling lashes. So I mean, that's huge. So you're taking income as an athlete, it's smart. Take your income. Don't just go buy, designer stuff. Don't go buy, you can do all that stuff, but don't only do that stuff.
Hmm.
Invest in your girl, like your wife, whatever that situation may be. Invest into them, and now everybody's eating. Everybody's going to eat for a
Everybody's
long
in. Yep.
time because it's only going to last for so long. So it's important to make sure that, like you just said, your team's straight, and your team starts with your significant other. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
for sure.
I think a lot of people get that confused. Like, if you got a strong, woman on your side, then you got to invest in that. Like, so that's
Yeah,
something that you definitely want to do as an athlete, is make sure that the people around you are straight, and setting them up for success, so y'all can be straight.
correct. Yep, agree with
Yep.
that.
And so another thing that we have discussed is, I know, like, this year you wanted to make emphasis on, like, being more intentional about your learning, and talk
Hmm.
about that, like, what it in the season, during the season, you have always talked about how you felt like wasted time a little bit, because all you would do is you have a lot of downtime and you would just play the game. But
Hmm.
now this year you wanted to
Right.
do some more learning. So talk about that
Yep.
process.
Okay, so in years past, you know what I'm saying, I would go to, go to practice. I would come home and I'm playing the video game. I'm online, with my friends playing the video game. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with playing the video game. But I think I just got to the point where I felt like I was wasting too much time playing the video game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the video game was, I felt like I was wasting too much time. So this season, I wanted to be more intentional about learning about finances, because how can you make money when you don't know about money?
Right.
So the first thing I needed to do was to try to educate myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't just ask you everything. Like, I have to actually learn it for myself. So, I started reading some. I started reading some books. You would send me some suggestions. I got another friend, Nick May. He would send me some suggestions with different books, and just looking at different, like, you even with YouTube, like, YouTube will show you different things, because I was learning, like, with the stock market, about call options and
Hmm.
puts and stuff like this, that ways you can kind of make money when the stock market is up or down. And I learned all this, kind of just teaching myself, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just, reading different books, and with these different, what I'm saying, applications that they have, like, right there on your phone.
Right.
Instead of playing the video game, I'm able to get information and apply this information and make money by sitting on my couch.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yep. So
instead of me spending money buying different video games to play, I'm making money just by gaining information.
right.
So,
Right. And tell them about how, when I first started talking to you about stocks, you was like, "Hey, you got in, you got in, lost a little money." He was like, "Man, I'm not doing this no more." This
yeah,
had to be like, what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
yeah. Well, maybe this was maybe like 2 years ago, bro. Because, like, you was telling me about the stock market, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, I'll do it. But, like, I don't have any knowledge for myself. I'm just only
Right.
going on what you're saying. So when I would buy a certain stock, it would go red. I'm like, bro, why am I staying in this? Like, it's going bad, bro. I'm finna get
And
my money and go. Like,
what I told
and
you,
you would always say, buy the dip. You know what I'm saying? If it's red, keep buying. But at the time,
it didn't make sense to
I'm
you.
just going, yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna keep buying this. It's going down. Like, it's bad. but but now that I've educated myself, and what I'm saying, I know more. I know that when if it's a stock that you actually believe in, when it goes red, then you should buy more. You need to
Right.
keep buying more if you can. So it's just things like that, and that's why I say you have to educate yourself. Like, you can't go off someone else's knowledge, because the biggest fear is the unknown. You know what I'm saying? When
Right.
you don't know something, you get scared, and it's like, you pull out. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So
Right.
the biggest thing is becoming aware and educating yourself on it.
Yep. So when when you do the research, then like you know what, like it doesn't matter because you had a strategy. So if you know that,
Yeah,
hey, I bought this stock because it's a good stock, it's a good company, then why am I pulling out? Why am I? Because I literally you don't lose money until you sell. So why am I going to pull
mm-hmm,
out if
mm-hmm.
I'm confident in what I bought? Like if you're not confident, then you probably shouldn't have bought it anyway. So
And
that's something big.
I forgot what book I read this in, but it was like, knowledge, gaining knowledge minimizes your risk
Hmm.
because you know what I'm saying. When you actually know what you're doing, like it's not really a risk. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? It's like you're following the steps that you're supposed to follow. It's not a risk, but you have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's another thing. That's so knowledge, like that's the biggest thing, man. Just keep getting information.
Yep. And I want to go back to another one. Even go back to last summer. You went into that was last summer. You went into the program to start learning about venture capital, right?
Right, right. Yep. So with shout out to my boy Millsap, man. He introduced me to Rashawn
Relationships.
Williams. Yep. Yep, relationships. Yep. He introduced me to Rashawn Williams. And he had a internship, and he sent me like a link and asked me was I interested, and I got the times, and what I'm saying, the times worked out. I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, what I'm saying, like I have nothing but time. It was during the started the venture capital internship, and that's when everything kind of flipped for me because I started, like, he broke it down to make it make sense for me, and I was able to actually understand what he was talking about, and everything made sense. And from that moment, I think was the shift when I made the shift, what I'm saying, it started to actually be like, it's not that hard, man. You know what I mean? Like to be able to be
Right.
and like an angel investor, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, get a, if you want to get some rental properties or whatever the case may be, or
Hmm.
like a commercial property, whatever it is, if you want to get vending machines, or you know what I'm saying, or just get in on, or if you want to start your own venture capital firm, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not hard. I mean, of course, there's a lot of paperwork and you have to have lawyers to look over stuff like that. But if you want to start your own venture capital firm, you know what I'm saying? It's basically just raising money. You know what I'm saying? You're just raising money so you can get into certain deals. So, I mean,
Yep.
that was huge. And it was I think it was a month, like a month internship. And you know what I'm saying? That knowledge goes forever, man.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, and that's something that, like I said, we talked about, and we created our own our business, Underwood Standards Investment Group, and we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
funding some different projects that we're working on,
Mm-hmm.
like you just said, things
And
like, getting.
we basically got the idea from that. It's like, man, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like, you got your finance, I got my finances. We can, we can combine our finances and, minimize the risk and,
Yep.
maximize maximize the profit.
Yep. And we invested in our first deal. What how long has it been? Um,
That was in maybe September, November,
Yep. So last year
maybe.
we invested in our first deal, and we
Yep.
got more to come. And like I said, other businesses. I've been dipping into, we're going to be working on rental car businesses, upcoming
Right.
later on this year. We're
Yep.
getting into vending machines, things of that nature. So taking taking your earned income and then transitioning it into things that are going to have residual income. So, we
Hmm.
talked about that, and then like I said, dividends from stocks. There's so many other ways. Everybody thinks about how you can earn income, and then that's the only way that you can make money. But the play is to take your earned income and then invest it somewhere else where you can make money while you, like you just said, while you're not doing anything.
Sitting on
You
the
you may,
couch, man.
yep.
Yep.
So that's definitely big. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is just taking advantage of people like Rashawn, finding people that know more than you, and
Mhm.
that's very big.
Yeah, because you never want to be. I'm pretty sure everybody heard it, and it's cliche, but it's so true, man. Like you don't want to be the smartest person, you know. You don't want to be the wealthiest person, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yep.
want to be around people that's going to elevate you to higher levels, and that comes with relationships. So that comes with relationships, come with learning, and that was the situation when I met Rashawn. You know what I'm saying? Because he's wealthier than me, he's smarter than me, and I was able to gain information from him, and you know what I'm saying, bring some of that information back to you,
Right.
and we was able to to start the Underwood Sanders group.
Yep. So another thing that is big, because we talk about is, we started that, but it's something that anybody can do, is just pooling your resources together. People think
That's it.
about these big numbers and they're like, oh my God, like I can't do this. But all you have to do is just tap into your network and pool
Hmm.
together resources, because
Hmm.
with a lot of, you take a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there, you can do whatever you want to do. It's just about understanding and then tapping into your network, and just in the Black community alone, like you have to be able to pull to fund things, and that's how the other people or other communities are doing it, and we didn't have the knowledge, so we didn't know, and
Correct.
that's
Correct.
big.
Correct.
So what are some of the things that you have going on in the future that you're excited about from a business perspective?
Well, like you said, with our group that we have, when I'm able to when the season's over with and I'm able to get back home, you know what I'm saying? There's a few things that me and you have in play that we don't necessarily have to let everybody know about, but
Right.
we got some things in play that I'm excited about, that that can hopefully be a success, and bring us some income in, and right now is I guess it, like, during the season, it's kind of tough to focus on different things, especially in this moment, we're in the playoffs. But you know also, like, helping my wife with her business,
Yep.
because she's her business is steady growing and growing and growing and growing, and like I said, man, like, I'm actually learning a lot from her, just
Yep.
being a listening ear sometimes, like when she's
Yep.
talking. So
Yep. Ash gonna
I'm
have a
I'm
bigger
I'm I'm
load.
just I'm I'm just excited to get back home, man, and so
Yep.
me and you can get our plans off the sheet.
Yep, yep, yep. Ash gonna have a bigger location. We're gonna employ some people. I'm claiming it.
Claim it,
But
claim it.
yeah, I think the another one, I want you to be able to leave any athletes that are watching with some type of advice or whatever you want to leave them with.
And so it was another thing we didn't touch on, was giving back.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Matter of fact, we
I
got some
think.
time. We got some time for that. Let's go ahead.
Okay, okay. You can go ahead and tap into it
No,
then.
no, because well, let me give them some background. So this was, I would say, 2011. So I'm basically when your playing career started. That's how Dream Big was birthed, with just
Right.
from us giving back. We
Hmm.
wanted to give back to Montgomery, because we saw the need for people that they didn't have the knowledge from a sports perspective. Like, we started basketball camps and programs, just so we can give back knowledge and resources, right?
Hmm.
So we started Dream Big Sports Academy, and we did camps, and that's something that's big, and that's something that a lot of people need to make sure they're realizing as an athlete, is you can get back through your time, you can get back through your resources, and you can get back through just helping other people be able to do that. So talk a little bit about what, from your perspective, because I believe I talked about it from my perspective, but from your perspective, why did you want to be a part of starting Dream Big Sports?
But I felt like it was, like, when I was coming up, I felt like it was something that I didn't have. So when I got to the position, or to the point where I felt like I was in a position to starting to give back, like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help the people that's coming up behind me, whether it's information, whether it's giving them one-on-one resources to like players, or people that's in positions that they are trying to reach. I think that's important, because, like I said, coming from Montgomery is real small, and it's certain things you don't know until you know. So just trying to help
Right.
people with, just trying to help people with whatever I can. Um, you know, even, like me and you, we gave back to the food bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We've donated, money to our alma mater.
Yep.
We, like you said, we had the camp. It was a free camp, for the kids. We gave away prizes. We had a
Yep.
pro-am, and the pro-am, it was an opportunity for some players that wanted to still try to, pursue their dreams of playing overseas, or for some players who just wanted some high level competition in the city. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We was able to do the pro-am. We just did the little library,
Yep. So we did books for the block. The link is in the
yeah,
bio if
books
you
for the
still
block.
want to
Yep, books for the block.
donate. That will be up this summer. We're working on different locations, but the books for the block, we were able to put a little library in where Jamarr, one of the
In Woodley
communities he
Park,
grew
right?
up in
Yes,
Woodley
sir.
Park. So that was big. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about,
Hmm.
like, as a
Like I said,
kid playing,
information, bro, information.
as a kid growing up in Woodley Park. Now we got a little library where kids are going to be able to take books, and I definitely have books that I want to put in there specifically just so they can
Hmm.
have that information, right? So they can
Hmm.
read a Think and Grow Rich. They can read a what are some of the other I'm trying to, my mind's leaving me. What are some of the books that we've talked about that leads to it? What's some of your favorite books?
Like you just said, Think and Grow Rich for sure.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
The Richest Man in Babylon.
Richest Man in Babylon. The Alchemist is a
Um,
good one.
mhm.
But
Um, I'm having a brain fart too, bro.
yep. But
Um,
and even think about that. Like we share information like that. I have my Audible subscription where we have audio books, and
yep,
we share those. Hey, what book are you listening to this month or this week or
exactly,
whatever
exactly.
it may be? But just sharing knowledge. So I definitely wanted to be a part of that. Shout out to Her Modern Life in Sydney. This is her project, but I wanted to make sure that me and you were able to invest in that to be able to get it to the community, get it to the kids in Montgomery, because I think that some of the things that changed me was just being able to read and get knowledge about
Yep.
how you actually think about stuff. So that is definitely something that is important. So getting books into these kids' hands, I feel like
Mhm.
can spark the interest of these of the kids in our community.
Yep. And we're doing that, not expecting anything in return. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Like you don't do things for people. You don't give back expecting for something in return. Like you give back because you actually want to
Right.
give back. You give back because you actually want to help the next person. And
Yep.
that's really what it's about for me, man. There's so much stuff that I do that, I'll do it and I'll be like, man, don't even put my name on it. Like I don't even
Right.
want to be attached to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm gonna do it, but just leave my name or whatever out of it. And because for me, like I don't want the recognition. I don't need the recognition. I mean the recognition, you know what I'm saying? It's genuinely to help other people.
Yep. And then finding people that are doing these things for the right reasons, right? I just talked about Sydney, but one person that he was on a couple episodes back, but Rashad Provit, what he's doing with Choose One Lose One, we've
Hmm.
constantly participated. Anytime that I can help, I will help.
Hmm.
Especially with giving back to the schools. I know he does
Right,
a
right.
book bag drive every year. So that's
Hmm.
something that you got to find the right people and network with the right people that are doing things for the right reasons. I think that's very important.
Correct. Correct. Yep.
Yep.
You're right.
But man, I know you got to get to sleep, and I know these are the conversations. That's why I said, like, Powerhouse Conversations, about having these business conversations, and these are the conversations that me and you have on a day-to-day basis. We talk every day, so this is
Right.
something that like literally we're on the phone for hours. I could do this for hours, but I don't want to take up too
Hmm.
much of your time because I know you're getting
Hmm.
ready for a playoff game
Right.
tomorrow. So I definitely want to lead the people. Make sure y'all follow Too Easy, Jamarr Sanders. Y'all make sure y'all
Yep.
wish him luck on the game tomorrow.
We
Um,
need that.
yep. And so the website will be dropping next week. Hustle for your last name. We got some more merch coming out. So
Hmm.
you make sure you can find that. We got an ebook coming out, the Hustler's Playbook is going to be giving the athletes a little bit more knowledge on, how they can, take what they know and what their income and learn a little bit more about something that can help them in the future. So building a legacy that's going to last longer than your playing career is the biggest thing
Hmm.
that you can do. So I
And,
definitely want to
and
make sure. Go ahead.
also I tell all the young athletes or people around the city, man. I get some people to reach out, but anybody who if y'all need help with some or advice, what I'm saying, if you're struggling with some, like I'm always available, man. You can always reach out, and what I'm saying, I'm like I said, I'm available to try to help you out the best way I can.
All right, bro. Appreciate you joining. Y'all make
Yes,
sure y'all
sir.
tune in to the episode. I will be on Spotify, so you can listen to the audio version. So all the episodes in the past are going to be on Spotify
Oh,
to
that's
be able to
dope.
listen
That's
to
dope.
the podcast. So make sure y'all tune in, go subscribe and everything like that. Make sure y'all
Grab your
follow.
merch. Grab your merch. Grab your merch.
Grab your merch. It will be dropping next week. We got another colorway coming out as well. So y'all stay tuned.
Hey, I can get some merch, bro.
Of course, bro. You are. Hey, you actually already got some, and your wife left it. All right.
Bad business. All right, bro.
All right.